Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to share the interview that I did
Yes.
on a Canadian TV show, and it's about Taiwan. Talked about Taiwan. We're going to share that with you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
And we're also going to answer the same questions because I feel like that interview was only 5 minutes long, less probably. And we want to put more input into it. And also the difference between the status here in Taiwan with the virus and the status in Canada.
Yeah.
So, before we got started into the interview, you watched it first. Did you think it was awkward?
没有. Seriously, I don't think it's that bad.
Because in my opinion, I thought I was nervous. And we've been doing YouTube videos for a long time.
2 years.
I should be able to be very comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But this time, I don't know what happened.
You were too nervous.
Maybe. We're going to watch it together. We're going to watch it right now as well. Here it is.
With Canada adding thousands of new COVID cases each day, it might be hard to believe there are places virtually free of the virus, but that's the reality in Taiwan. There have been fewer than 900 total cases since the start of the pandemic and are now only seeing a few imported cases here and there. Joining us to talk about what life looks like on the other side of this pandemic is Victor Laforteza, a Canadian living in Taipei. Victor, good to talk to you today.
Hi, I'm excited to be here.
Okay, so
He's
paint the picture
excited
for
to
us.
be here.
You're from the Toronto area. You moved to Taiwan in September. At the time, Taiwan was in the middle of a 253-day streak of no new cases, which was snapped in December when I understand a pilot brought the virus back from the U.S. So why do you think Taiwan has been so successful in this?
I think it's part of the reason why is that the whole community here are like they look out for each other, and anything that the government kind of says, like, you know, all the precautionary methods that we follow, everyone is doing it just for the sake of not spreading it for the whole nation.
So explain to me what life looks like for you. What restrictions are still in place, for example?
It's pretty much like the same as when it started. You have to wear a mask in public transportation, restaurants, malls, and temperature checks every single time you enter a building. And so far, that's about it. Aside from other, like flying in was definitely different, but it was way over. Like it's just super simple. Everything was step by step, and it just feels like everything was in place properly.
Victor, we're looking at pictures and it looks like you with friends hanging out, like with more than just your family. Talk to us about what it was like to go from the Toronto area where, you know, the restrictions were in place and moving there in September with a sort of a different page turn.
Yeah, it's a different kind of world. Like I feel like I flew to another planet.
Are you alien?
Everything, like we can go out and drink at bars, even nightclubs are open. And they just, again, check your temperatures, and sometimes you have to wear a mask. But that's about it. Like there's nothing aside from mask enforcement and temperature check.
You know, one of the things that my friends and my family and I talk about is the fact that now it's so ingrained in us to wear a mask, stay away from other people, and our children too. This is all they know at this point. I'm just wondering, for me, from a personal standpoint, what it's going to feel like to sort of unwind all that training that we've been doing for the last 10 months. Was it easy for you to do, or did you really have to think about the fact that, yeah, you could stand next to a person?
But I think we still do the same though.
It was still ingrained, like even to now. You can see this to other people as well. If there's space, people would space out. But if not, then always wear a mask, and everywhere you go, wash your hands. Everything is just like it's the normal routine now.
So it sounds like you're talking about a lot of the things that people are doing right there. What do we need to do here in this country now that you've seen both sides to do better?
Mask.
Temperature. It's all precautionary. Beforehand, before the virus, like we didn't expect this, but prevention is better than like trying to take it on currently.
Victor Laforteza, it's so great to talk to you. Thanks for
Blanked
giving
out.
us a snapshot of your life right now.
The last question is hard.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think the last two questions were very difficult to answer on the spot. So let's answer the questions together. And this is just an extended version of the interview. So we're going to answer it on our channel and give you guys our opinions. So the first question was, why do you think Taiwan is doing this good within the virus? And I said, it's all about the community. It's all about like listening to the government and trusting them that these steps will be the perfect steps to prevent the virus from spreading and having an open economy. So I stand by my answer there. Yes, like it's all because people think that, you know, if we don't take care of each other, it'll affect everyone.
Yeah.
What about you?
Plus, we had an experience back to 2003, the SARS.
Oh, the SARS, yes.
Yes, everyone is now aware that how serious can it be, and it is really serious. So we know that wearing masks and follow all the rules are necessary.
Yep. And I think the government knows that any information that came from China wasn't exactly the 100% truth.
Yes.
So they cleared up everything, locked down super early, and here we are. We're still doing good, even though, yes, there's some leaks out there that, you know, the New Zealand pilot as mentioned. But then again, it was contained with everything in place. We're still doing good.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was, paint us a picture of what life is like in Taiwan, for example. Is there any, like, what restrictions are there? And I mentioned, again, masks and temperature checks everywhere. It's still pretty normal. What about anything else? I think I've missed that, like, you know, we can pretty much do anything still.
We also do, you remember when we going to restaurant, to the gym, they will ask you to file your name.
Yes.
And phone number. Only one person in a group. So if something happened, they can reach to the group and make sure that everyone is safe.
Contact tracing, yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's what else we have done.
And then I've seen in the restaurants as well, there's some dividers, like, so clear divider. Yeah, little cubes on the table so that, you know, like there's that barrier between the two different parties. What else? Like, again, it's pretty normal here. Like, everyone can still enjoy everything. The gym is open, the clubs are open, the bars are open, restaurants.
Swimming pool is open.
Even swimming pool, like us ourselves to go swimming, and it's pretty normal.
Yeah, it's
okay. Third one was a little bit of a harder question. She was asking me that, you know, in this time, everyone's wearing masks, and then, you know, all the precautionary actions are ingrained in today's society. And I didn't really think that it was all different here. Like, we still observe that even though it's still a safe country, right? What do you think?
If you don't wear mask, you can take MRT or bus.
Yeah.
So in some point, people are like, oh no, this is as important as my phone, as my card, as my key.
Yes.
That if you don't have it, you cannot go anywhere.
Yep. And again, even if we're in a safe country, it's still in place. Like, everyone's still doing it, rather than like, oh, you know, we're a safe country, I'm not going to wear a mask anywhere. But according to the government, everything in public places, especially most populated, like public transportations, they require masks. Like, you've seen the festival, the Ultra Music Festival, everyone was wearing masks, and that was fine. And no one was like, I'm not gonna wear a mask. Like, you know, things like these, to enjoy things like these, need to follow the rules and, you know, have this sort of prevention, even though it's safe. Like, prevention is key rather than dealing with it now, which leads to the next question. What should Canadians do, and what should Canadians learn from Taiwan? Like, a takeaway point from Taiwan. And I mentioned prevention.
Yes.
And my friends were like, good tip, because why would you say
it's too late?
It's too late. It's all like going all over Canada. Well, to me, you can still prevent the spread of it. Like, stay home. Do your best to just limit your travels, visiting. And I know it's hard, and that's why I kind of thought Taiwan would be a better choice in this time, was because of that. And to be with my girlfriend, and it's all that matters. Is like, we're doing our YouTube, our business, and we're still working. People in Canada are still working, but I do miss my friends and family. Hope we can visit soon, but it's looking like, it's going to take a little bit more time. I think, it's just prevention. Like, trust the government. Trust the government that they're doing this for the country's sake.
Yeah.
Not to control people. Again, like, this is the result. Everyone followed the government here, trusted the government. The result is having an open economy. What about you?
I think that's one thing I want to mention. Mask. There's so many different kinds of mask. Use the right one. It's not like a cloth. It's not a mask. Is not like just like a random cloth. It's like a certain material for you to, avoid all the virus.
Yeah, the transmission. There was one valid point though with the cloth mask, like the makeshift mask. It was done because they had a shortage of masks. But I feel like now the mask supply is abundant enough to have everyone have supplies.
Yeah.
So pick the right masks and don't just use cloth and just cover. I see some people covering like this, and it's such a different world between Canada and Taiwan. Before I left, I spent 2 months. I did some shoots. I did work. I did some errands. It's all different compared to here.
Wash your hands more often and wear the right mask and stay home
As much as you can.
Yes.
It'll just only benefit everyone. And the more people who follow these precautionary actions, the better it is for the country. Very thankful for Taiwan. We're really grateful we're here, and the actions of the people here. This wouldn't happen without everyone's effort. And that's why the New Zealand pilot was the #1 public enemy of Taiwan at that point, because he's just like ruined everyone's effort.
Oh my god.
But again, the government contained it. And here we are enjoying our life here in Taiwan. That's about it. We just wanted to share the interview, and proud to say that Taiwan is doing this good, and hopefully Canada can take a little bit of that information to have a better virus situation out there. If you guys have any more tips for fellow Canadians out there, you're going to see this as well. Comment down below. We'll see you guys
in the next
video.